Joining. Okay, over to you, Aishwarya. Thank you. Aishwarya, if you are speaking, I think you are on mute.
Oh, sorry about that. So, okay, let me start again from the beginning. Sorry about that. So let me start again from the beginning. So hello, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, wherever you are. So all of you are having a very good Sunday, hopefully. And today we'll be discussing on the topics related to Einstein content capabilities. Let's begin with who am I? So I'm Aishwarya, working as a domain strategist involved in successfully implementing a marketing solution. Apart from SFMC experience, I have a good knowledge on Sales Cloud and Pardot. I have also played a major role in designing and configuring different features in SFMC to build effective marketing solutions. And I have a Trailhead Super Badge, Trailhead Ranger, and 2-time Salesforce certified developer. Here are my social handles through which you can connect with me. And now let's get started with our today's topic. So this is the agenda we'll be covering in this session, starting with Einstein content selection, Einstein content testing, Einstein messaging insights, Einstein engagement scoring, Einstein content tagging. And after completion of each and every section, we'll be having a quick demo on each particular feature. So before we begin with these topics, first question, like most of us will have, who is very new to Einstein. The first question they will have is how to access Einstein in Marketing Cloud. Actually, we discussed this in earlier session as well. So for those of you new to this session, it is like first you need to navigate to set up in Marketing Cloud. There you can activate the required feature and navigate to the respective feature on Einstein in App Switcher bar on the top and select the required feature to gather some summary of the data that is captured by Einstein. You can also check all the features that are activated or not activated under Einstein overview section. And all the features, whatever is available in Einstein Marketing Cloud are like self-activation. It is not by default, it will be in off state. So you need to go and activate it. which can also be used for, and once you navigate to that particular section in an overview tab, it will give you whether it is active, whether that particular feature is in active state or not. It is like a complete dashboard of all the features, and using which you can land to the feature which you need, or for which you need to gather information on. So today I'll be starting the features, starting with these features which is available. Along with this, we have like a few other features available which will be covered in the upcoming sessions. So today I'll start with my favorite feature, that is Einstein content selection. Like as usual, begin with introduction to this feature, and then slowly let's understand whatever concepts are involved within that one by one. So first is what is Einstein content selection? So Einstein content selection is a no-code, open-time experimentation tool for personalized content. Because Einstein selects content at open time, it continues to evaluate for winning content while also experimenting to ensure that click-through rates are optimized. So here the main focus is on click-through rates, and it is available in all the editions except basics. So for basic version, if you want to have this feature, it is like a paid version. You need to pay based on the license what you have, and that will be activated for your account. And the functionalities are like listed here. So the first is it delivers content that best suited for each subscriber when an email is sent based on variety of factors. So if you want to check on opens, then that is also possible. And if you want to check on clicks, it is just an experimentation tool for personalized content. And whatever variety of factors, based on the variety of factors that is you have used and that is involved in opening, that you worked hard to prepare, is not wasted. And it is also it will also help you to optimize email engagement and click-through rate. When you begin sending Einstein, choose the best asset for each customer emails from the assets and customer information you supply. Each email is customized for this subscriber. So we'll understand more on these functionalities when we have deeper knowledge on each and every terms used, and also how this works. You'll get to know each and everything in a much detailed manner. But for now, let's understand basics of these functionalities here. So each and every customer will have a best asset chosen based on it is like at the time of open, they would receive a best asset from some couple of assets already available. So customer information, what you supply to each email is customized for that subscriber, and it's sent to using the assets you have already provided. As the subscribers open your message, Einstein analyzes click results to identify the assets that continually contribute to increase click rates. So using real-time analysis, Einstein finds the assets that prompt customers to click on a link in the email and select that asset more frequently over future sends. So Einstein content selection is designed with marketers in mind. And as we say, marketers, it is like not completely technical, and everything is like a drag and drop implementation. So there is no need of any code or any technical knowledge needed here to implement this particular feature. So we don't want to rely on a technical team to implement it, and also we don't want it to have some SQL knowledge or some JavaScript knowledge to implement it. This empowers the marketers to conditionally include relevant content and emails that drive subscriber engagement. Einstein content selection also increases the lifespan of your image asset, as it enables you to see how each content perform across different emails at a subscriber level. And you can even set defined rules to determine which piece of content contains certain groups that people should see or shouldn't see. Einstein only stops serving these images once they have been viewed or or expired or have been excluded from a certain group without any need for manual intervention. So finally, Einstein content selection provides content level analytics to inform future strategy. So that is like the functionalities involved in Einstein content selection. Moving on to the benefits, there are several benefits for both marketing teams and organization. This feature boosts your click to open rate by leveraging content curation that select the most relevant asset at the moment of open. It also helps you build effective emails faster by creating one email and then letting AI automate a unique message for every subscriber on an average. So you can build an email in 1/6 of the time that would take to build the same functionality using a programmatic languages or programmatically designed content. Say, let's say if you are using a dynamic content block, or if you are using some AMP scripts, or if you are using some SSJS for to show that dynamicity, it is reduced using this particular feature. The time consumed for that work will be reduced using this feature. And at the you can also even track as a performance across messages in real time to inform your content strategy team, like which particular content is performing better and which can be used for future emails, which image can be used. So here, one thing I'm telling repeatedly is image, image, image. I'm not using anything apart from image. It is because Einstein content selection is mainly dependent only on images and not any other type of contents. So you might have come across different types of contents in marketing cloud, like text content, HTML content, all these things, but it is completely dependent only for, and it works only for images. So that is why I'm repeatedly using images everywhere. So there is no much expertise needed. It is like very easily achievable configuration. And it will also drive you with high ROI results, that is return on investment results. And it is like ABN testing without a expertise. So it is similar to ABN testing. So if you are not aware what is ABN testing, say you have multiple set of some products or some images for which you want to check which one performs better, which one will get more open rate, or which one will get more click rate, or any other performance metrics which you have in which you have already kept as a prediction. Based on that, that is nothing but the AB or ABN testing. When you are using multiple components for testing purpose, then that is ABN testing. And if you are using only two, then that will be AB testing. So it is similar to AB testing. And to keep the content fresh, you need to use API to import images each time a new image is added to your website or product catalog. So now let's understand terms, the common terms that is involved in this particular feature. First, let's begin with asset classes. So it is like grouping of assets with similar characteristic, similar to a CSS class. So for those of you who doesn't know CSS, you can assume it as a container, like a box. Okay. So next is asset attributes. The asset attributes, it's like an associated metadata fields. Einstein needs to know about your assets. So you can give some additional details related to your image. So here asset means image, but as of now, you can just assume asset class as a container, and asset attributes. For those of you who doesn't know CSS, it will be like some similar products with some different shapes, size, color, which you are placing it within that container. So that is asset attributes. And for those of you who know CSS, you already know what it is, what are attributes, and how we use attributes in a CSS class. Similar to that, it is asset classes and asset attributes. So next comes profile attributes. So in asset attributes, we'll be adding all the features related to the asset, that is related to image, like image URL, image start date, end date, everything will be part of asset attributes. Whereas profile attributes will be something different from the asset attributes, where that is associated with your content, and also the profile attributes are unique to each subscribers. And profile attributes can be like interest, hobbies, country, language, like that. You can use any of your customized attributes, which you can also make use for your consumers profile. So next is consumer profile. Profile attributes are added to Einstein content selection by syncing a data extension that has customer information. If you already have a customer information table, like a data extension, in which you already have these hobby detail, interest details, or country, language, all these things, you can also use that data extension to map it with profile profile attributes and asset attributes. Next is content selection rules. Content selection rules is like an ability to fine tune and personalize the content to customers. Usually when we filter out something, we'll be giving some rules. Based on that, it will filter from a large set of audience. So similarly, here also we'll be having different types of rules. Based on that, you can suppress the audience or exclude the audience, for which you need to just target one particular content to only some set of some group of people. At that time, you can make use of these rules. And next is fallback assets. Like fallback, most of us know what is fallback. When something is not working, we'll keep some fallback options in place, so that when that main primary section is not working, this fallback section would work. Similarly, here also, when you don't have an actual asset in place, or because of expiration or any other factor, if that did not work well, then instead of showing a blank content to the customer, there will be a fallback asset. That is what fallback asset is. And asset catalog. So it is like set of images with all these relevant data. It can be like a CSV file. And like those of you are into business, you may know like product catalogs. So in product catalogs, we'll have these details related to products, like the product name, description, price, quantity, like all these things are available. And if whether that product is in stock or not, like that, we'll be having all the different details in a product catalog. Similar to that, here it is asset catalog, where we'll be mainly focusing on the asset. So, so import bulk image assets using one of these methods. So when we are importing more than one image, more than two images, at that time you can rely on any of these options. So first one is like, it is just a direct import of asset catalog file that contains all these image details. And next is to use an Einstein content selection API. And next is to import the images directly from Content Builder or directly from your website or with an URL. So if I say URL, it is like which begins with an HTTP. And if you have hosted it in some other third-party application and you wanted to bring that into Marketing Cloud for this testing purpose, even then that is possible by giving the URL. So when we, like as of now, we are already discussing about asset catalog. So I'll just show you like how the sample asset catalog should look like. So this is the sample asset catalog. So it will have asset name, asset class, image URL, link URL, available or not, start and end date, and fallback section. So this is just a template. So you can make use of this template to build your own catalog. And the details will is mentioned already, like how to like configure each and every column. This is like a unique identifier for the asset, value is required, like that. They have also here it is also available, and this template is downloaded from Salesforce help documentation. So I have given those resources at the end of the session, so you can make use of it to use this particular template. And also example for each of these section is also available. So first one is like a text. Everything should be like a, you should give it with all the, what to say, the complete asset name should be a text, and asset class is something that you want to identify as a unique one. It can be a banner, it can be a hero image or something like that. And then image URL, if you already have, and if you have already hosted it in Marketing Cloud, you can just give that image URL here. Or else if you have some other third-party HTTP file, image file, then you can give it here. Then the link URL, where you need to redirect that image as soon as a person clicks on that image, where that should redirect to. And available, whether that particular image is available or not. So it is like eligibility for a few customers. It will show that whether it is eligible or not, available or not. Then start date and end date. This is like when there is some promotional offers going, or when there is some coupons, when you are sending out some coupons and you want to set the start date and end date. So you can use this one, like you can mention the start date and end date, and also like fallback option, like what we discussed, fallback assets. So if it is available, you can give as yes. If not, you can give it as no. So when that particular image, what you have added in image section, if that is not available, when you give it as no, then instead of showing a fallback asset, it will just show a blank content. So to avoid that, you can make use of yes here. But for your business case, if it is not needed, if you don't want to show a fallback image in that place, then fine, you can keep it as no. So this is a template. Next, let's look into this, like how it works and all those things. Let's take a deeper look into it. And for the benefit of time, what I'll be doing is I'll start demo parallelly, so that it will be easy to understand each and every topic along with their what is the definition, everything, so that even that saves some time for us. So here, these are the three main sections, like asset pool, consumer profile metadata, and business rules. As of now, we discussed this asset section, but not the asset pool. So asset pool means all the like collection of all the assets together is asset pool. And consumer profile data, we already, just now we discussed what is consumer profile metadata. And business rules, we have three types, that is fatigue, exclusion, and variety. So we'll discuss that when we have the demo. And then fallback assets, this also we already discussed. The only thing new here is contingency image. So contingency image is again a fallback image for fallback image itself. So once that fallback image is not working, at that time, this contingency image will be visible to the customer. And this contingency images, you need to upload it, or you need to configure it at the time of setup. And also when you want this UTC start and end date, all these start and end date are in UTC time zone itself. So it will start, say if you want to start your offer from tomorrow, based on the UTC time zone, you need to set the start date and also the end date. And it will be like 12 a.m. And I'll also let you know on the time zones available when we discuss on in our demo session. Like and also I think in the previous sessions in this bootcamp, we had discussed about super messages. So this super messages are like any type of message sent to a customer, including an email, a high priority email, landing page impression, cloud page impression, a predictive intelligence web, or push notification, or an SMS message. All this will be considered as having some super message. All these are considered as super messages. And even this feature is also like it will consume 2 super messages. So what does this super message means? You can think it as like a virtual currency. So at the time of taking the license, you will get some virtual currency. Using that for each and every send, that currency will be reducing based on your open. So if you are sending out an email to some 5,000 some 5,000 records, and it is like some 20% of them has opened that email, then it will be like 2,000 super message will be consumed for this particular feature, that is Einstein content selection. It will depend. So these are nothing but multipliers. This is 2, 3, 4, 4 super message, 5 super message. These are known as multipliers. So based on the multiplier available for each and every feature, that much of reduction in your wallet will happen. So like as I mentioned, it is like a virtual money. So like that, it gets reduced based on the usage. And like one more additional thing is, if you want to understand what is multiplier, then an email sent with a priority set to high, that will consume like 4 super messages. So if you are sending out an email in Journey Builder with high priority set, then if there are like 3 emails there, then each one of them will consume 4 super messages, and based on the number of audience who opens that email. So that is about that is the basic details about this particular topic. So let's now jump into demo and understand how this will work. And once we log into Marketing Cloud, you will see this page. And if you want to activate some particular Einstein feature, you can go to setup here. Like you have a drop down here, and from the drop down, you can select setup. Or if you already have all the necessary features enabled, then you can just click on this Einstein and icon here, and then select this Einstein overview from the menu list. So now I want to show you something. When you are activating content selection, what are all the things that is available? I wanted to show you. So I'm opening it here. So under platform tools, you can see this Einstein option. If you are not able to see it, you can search it under quick find box. Based on your feature that you are looking for, then now I am in need of Einstein content selection, so I'm selecting it. So this is already activated. If it is not activated, it will have this particular button will be enabled. And now, as of now, this is grayed out as this is already enabled. And there are some few setups that you need to make before actually actually entering into the configuration in Einstein platform. It is initial setups that you need to configure here. So you need to choose a subscriber identifier that is like a unique identifier in your send in your target audience or in the data extension which you use as a primary key. It is like either subscriber key or subscriber ID can be chosen. And manage time zones. Earlier we were discussing about this time zone, UTC time zone. By default, it will be UTC, like a standard time zone. And if you want to make changes to it, you can make it. But by default, it will be like this. And it is also best to make the catalog to have the details in UTC itself. But if you are not comfortable using UTC, then again, you can use any of the time zones available in this list and make use of the same time zone in your catalog as well. And also while configuring it and with this for a single image, when you're setting out standard start date and end date, you can make use of it. Then conversion tracking, if you want to enable conversion tracking for these blocks, then you can make it as enabled. Then manage asset archiving. So if you want to make it like archived after certain time, after certain period of time, then you can choose this option. Like if you are uploading some 80 images per day or 1,000 images per day, like based on your need, like if you're uploading a product catalog, at that time there will be like based on your availability, you'll be giving more and more images on a daily basis. And after the need is served, you need to archive it. So instead of going and manually archiving it, if you choose this option, it will be automatically done. And here we have the time period after which it will be archived. So say, for example, if you want to archive your images that you have hosted, and the end date is like May 1st. So from May 1st to 30 days, it will take. If you have set 30 days as archive setting, and after 31st day, that particular asset what you have given as the end date what you have given as 30 May will be archived. And from 31st May, you will not be able to see it in an active section, and it will be archived. Then we have content tagging. We'll be discussing on this content tagging at the end. But as of now, the confidence level, minimum confidence level for this content tagging is 50%, and the maximum is 100. And the maximum number of tags that can be given. Tags is nothing but a name given to image to easily identify, similar to how you use in your Instagram, Twitter, or LinkedIn. When you're tagging something, Facebook also, like when you tag some images, how you tag with the relevant details, relevant some simple words, similar to that, these tags are used. And there are 25 automatic Einstein tags will be added to the image once we enable this. As of now, this is not an active state. And weather-based content. So if you want to have the weather-based content, like a Celsius, Fahrenheit details in any of the profile that is available, and based on that, if you want to show some dynamic content, then you can activate this feature. And earlier we were discussing about contingency image. Here it is. You just need to upload the image and give the link URL. That is like a redirection URL. So it would get redirected. So now let's jump back to Einstein overview. And like the features, whichever is activated, those summary details will be shown in this manner. And this is a testing account, so you'll be not able to see more of a detailed view here. But when you are actually working on a live account, you can see everything in detail with a very huge set of data. And the one which is not activated, it will be in this phase. So if you want to activate, you can again go back to the setup section, and you can activate that particular feature needed. And as of now, we wanted to have this content selection. So we'll just have this go to content. We'll select this go to content selection. And for each and every section, we have this option so that you can directly go to that feature which is needed. So it actually lands up in asset distribution. And if it is not at all configured, it will ask you for upload a file and skip a file if needed. So if you choose upload a file, it will directly show you a pop-up wherein you have the image folder, and you can directly import those files from your local drive. If not, if you skip it, it will land into this asset attribution. And this, if you want to upload a new asset or new image, you can click on view all assets. And from here, you can add assets needed. And here you can add URL, which I told you earlier. So like it should start with HTTP and has a valid content type. So these are the type of images that is supported, like JPEG, JPG, PNG, or GIF. Only these type of files are supported. And content builder, if you have already hosted these contents, you can make use of those images that is already hosted. And if you want to upload a file, then you can use this option. Say when you are uploading this catalog file, then at that time you can use this option. Or also if you want to upload some set of files that is already available in your local drive, you can use this option. So that is how this would work. So for now, I'll just upload one single image. I think some 2 images. Let's upload. Let's give it as sun 00. We'll give it as sun. Okay, sorry, I'll give it as climbing because I have that in my catalog file. Sorry. Asset class is like, sorry, banner or hero. Climbing or anything related to that can be like an hobby or activity, all those things. So I'll choose yes or no. And destination URL, let us give Google. And here the start and end date will be like in the UTC time zone. And as I mentioned, you can give a different time zone if needed. And you can mention that start and end date, after which it will not display. So now this got added, and this will be showing in asset pool. And as and when you add multiple files, it will get added into this asset pool. And you can also add a catalog, which I told, and it should have minimum of two of them. So I have added 2 images here with similar things, but I also have additional factors, that is like a profile attributes similar to a profile attribute, which can be used while mapping. So now let's see settings. In settings, we have this currently available files, and we can go ahead and make some changes if needed. We can go ahead and edit those classes and attributes available, and also this profile attributes. So if you want to make some changes to your profile attribute, you can add it here. Or if you want to add a new attribute, you can do it here. And as of now, it was like an one-time upload only with 1 image. So there was no such profile attributes that was added. Then you want to sync the profiles from data extension. At that time, you can use this option, sync data extension, so that it will give you an option to sync with a data extension that is already available, and it should be like a sendable data extension, so that can be used. And that should have the relevant fields which or the attributes what you are using here, so that it will be useful for mapping. And you can also choose some selection rules here. So we'll just see what are all those rules. So one is attribute mapping. So once you sync data extension, so let's sync one data extension. And at a time, you can choose only one data extension, and that is what you need to do. And you can use this same data extension. Say if you are updating the data extension with an API or with some scripting, or which should occur regularly. In that manner, you can use this recurring option, so that the data extension should have updated data, and that will be reflected here when you choose this recurring option. And notification can be, email address can be provided here, so that upon email success or failure, you'll get an notification. So it will also give you like sync period for how many days this should be synced, and sync time. and also the time zone you can select. And upon that, you will have these details available. These are the details that is available in the data extension, and you can use it with your relevant mapping that you need here. So now we have something here, but as this is a testing one, you will be not able to see actually. But in real time, when you have a good account with all the details, at that time you will have some mapping available here. One with the profile details, what we have in the consumer profile, what we just added from the data extension, and another one from the asset attribute file, what we have. Say, as of now, I chose activity. So if you have that in catalog file, activity, and if that is matching, the value is matching with your consumer file, consumer profile details, then you can make that options, use that options as well. And if you want to exclude something, if you want to exclude based on some particular criteria, you can make use of that. You can make use of asset attribute here and the value. And you can use an AND option here, and it is only AND option. We will not have OR. So you can have a consumer attribute and its value added here. So if it matches, you can exclude that. Like that, you can give some options. Say you wanted to target only customers in San Francisco and not one in New York. At that time, you can use this exclusion and suppress them. Suppress New York subscribers from the list. And fatigue rules give us like days after last selection, whether you want to give immediately or 1 day, 3 days, based on your whatever you set here, that will be available here. And if this is selected, after an image is selected and displayed to a customer, choose how many days must pass before the image can be selected again. So like we discussed this earlier, like if an image is displayed to a customer, it is like an one time. As soon as they open it, that is the only image they'll able to see if you choose these options or choose these rules. If you wanted to see same image for a very long time, then you can make those adjustments. You can choose never, so that will never change at all. Or if you want to keep it for 1 day, 1 day period, at that time you can give that as 1 day. And day after last click. So once the image got clicked, how many days you want to keep it. After that, the image will change because it is like a dynamic one. So it will keep on changing. And maximum number that is available, like selection maximum. Images cannot be selected and displayed more than these many times. So that is what it means. So here, like 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, or 4 times, we have like maximum up to 10 times, or else you can choose unlimited. You can add rules here, and the variety option is to ensure the assets sharing and attribute value will not be shown in the same message. So attribute value, if it is equal, same, say the attribute value, what we have here, if for 2 attributes, if it is same, for 2 different subscribers, in the 2 different content blocks is using same attribute value, then that in one single image, that will be not used. So that is what variety rule means. So upon creation of this particular content selection rules, you can jump into content builder or email studio content section, wherein you can use it in content blocks. And it will generate a dynamic image once you are sending when you are sending out an email. So here we'll have this option, Einstein content selection. You can just drag and drop that into your image editor. The email editor, and you can choose the option like asset class will be displayed here. So we have only one asset as of now. So if you click banner, that banner image will be populated here. And when you're adding more images at that time, it will be visible. But for now, as this is just for a testing purpose, that's fine to have only one image. And upon preview and when you send out an email based on the list of subscribers in that email list or the target list, it will be targeted, and you can see the result in real time. As soon as that email gets sent, you can also see the results in real time. Now I'll show you like how you can see that in real time. We have performance analytics. So it will show you this drop down like a filter. You can filter out whether you want to check it on a asset class or an asset attribute basis or on a job basis. And also we will have time range for which you want to generate a report. And also you have these values, like whatever value we give for asset class, like banner, hero image, or whatever you give for your purpose. Like that, you can use it. And say, for example, you're working on some coupon, then you can give it as coupon class. Or if it is something new product launch, at that time, you can give the asset class as new product launch. Like that, you can give. And the date range will be chosen here, and you can also generate daily reports for this. So that is how the analytics will be generated. So as of now, there is no data, but if it is available, you'll have some graphical representation here, which will be useful for you to analyze the performance in real time. Now, like continuation of content selection is content testing. So it will not. It is not necessary to have content testing activated separately. As soon as you activate content selection, content testing will be part of it. So it is like you can test some number of images either manually or in an automated fashion. And for the benefit of time, I will not explain these things, what is available already in the PPT. We'll just directly jump into the demo, and we'll take a look into each and every section in a detailed manner. And as this is already activated, I also have one particular test which is already created here. I will also show you like how to do it. As soon as you click on Einstein content testing from the Einstein menu, you will get this dashboard, or you'll get this particular section wherein when you have not yet created anything, this will be empty, and you can click on this new test, and it will give a pop-up wherein it has some options that you need to give details to. So basics will involve only name and description. So description will be helpful for those who is very new, and if they don't know what is happening in the platform. For that, you can give this description for them, for their purpose. And the next one is images. You can select up to 32 images at a time. So that is the maximum limit based on which you can test whether how it is running, or how each of those images are performing. Again, here this says content testing, but it is not like apart from images, it will not test anything else. So yeah, you can import as many images you want. And I will test some 2 images as of now. So let's upload this one and give a name here. You can give some web 01 and the target URL, what you want to give. Oh, sorry. I'll just give whatever is available here itself. So if I'm getting URL from the content builder, I can just give that URL here. So import images from content builder or URL. At that time, you can just select it. From content builder, you can search the images, or from URLs, you can give the URL here. From recently added to ECS. So it will create one folder. Automatic system folder will be created as soon as you drop one image. So this was the earlier image which we used for banner. So that is stored here for ECS. You can make use of that same image here as well for testing, or else if you want to add some additional images, you can add that as well. And for this, I'll give help link. So here, the very good thing here in Einstein is it will also show us this here and there. It will give us some information on that section, whatever we are configuring. So here it says the right number of images depends on the goal of your test. In general, use the minimum number of images that allow you to learn what you want from the test. So this is the like a best practice to do. And now we are in the 3rd step, that is automated test and manual test. So here, when we talk about automated test involves one particular algorithm in place, which is named as a multi-armed bandit algorithm. So if you are into data science, and yeah, I think you are already aware of this particular algorithm and how that would work. And for those of you who doesn't know, you can do a research on Wikipedia, like what it is and what it does, all those things. And I got some small story from Wikipedia and from where this particular name came from. So I just wanted to share that with you. So it is like imagining a gambler at a row of slot machines. So that row of slot machines are nothing but one-armed bandits. So the other name for it is like one-armed bandits. So that gambler has to decide which machine to play, how many times to play each machine, and in which order to play them, and whether to continue with the current machine or try a different machine. So based on that, this name generated, that is multi-armed bandit test. Or multi-armed bandit problem generated, and the algorithm used here is multi-armed bandit. So this multi-armed bandit tests are great for short duration testing, and to gather relatively statistical results are not possible here. And therefore, it also learns itself very well for testing and learning throughout a scene. When you are comparing it with some traditional method, like more involved testing approaches, like splitting traffic or testing small audiences before larger send, this is different from that. And specifically, this testing helps to maximize the given metric. And in this case, it is click to open rate. By selecting the content more frequently as a customer open their email, however, there isn't a period of gathering statistical significant values in a smaller send. So a lower level experimenting will continue throughout for some particular period of time, and multiple multi-armed bandit test. And this means assets that are selected frequently may change over time as additional engagement data is collected. So if you are performing a single batch send, if you have high proportion of customers opening an email in Apple Mail client, I think all of us are aware of the problem with Apple Mail client in open rates and click rates. So like open rates problem. So because of that, and also the security reasons in some other mail clients, maybe the like maybe in Outlook also you might have kept some security like wall, like a firewall. You might have kept some security security settings based on which you don't want it to display all the images. You don't want it to show open rate. You don't want it to show opens. At that time, it is better to use a staggering, like you need to stagger the send so that it will limit your initial exploration phase prior to receiving the engagement data. So to easily like implement it, you need to like make use of Einstein STO activity, which will come in Journey Builder. So when you are sending out a Journey Builder email, you can just keep Einstein STO activity prior to this content selection. And then the benefits in staggering will be in a great way. So that is about automated testing, and Einstein runs a multi-armed bandit test for this automated testing, and that balances optimization of winning content with open time experimentation for the duration of test. And the winning content can be dynamic and is defined as content with the highest click to open rate at the time of an open event is received. And it is when you don't want to self-manage the experiment, at that time you can make use of the send time optimization. And on the other hand, the manual approach, it is similar to ABN testing, what we traditionally do. Similar to that, you can upload multiple number of images and test it. And this manual testing is useful when experimenting for a long running journey. And if you want more control around when a winner is determined, you can make use of it. And you can also select, choose a winner option that upon some certain time, you can manually come here and choose the winner, or else you can choose the content with the highest click to open rate when the particular threshold is reached. Like that, you can choose the option here. So if I choose that option, you can set the threshold here, like how many clicks you want to achieve. So once that is done, it is best to go with automated test most of the time, and like all the time. And again, you can decide on your business case what is needed. And it will just give a summary, like whatever details we gave so far, that one will be updated here. And once you publish, it will bring here like it is in published state and it is in progress. So earlier that was in draft state. So the state of that particular test was in draft. Only then you'll be able to delete it. Otherwise, once the status gets changed to in progress or active, you cannot make changes to it. Like you cannot delete it. Only you can archive the active test, but you cannot delete it. That is like one of the constraint here. And again, you can jump to the same content blocks, and you'll see Einstein content testing. So again, you can, this is a drag and drop functionality. You can just drag and drop that into your email editor and see the configuration, how it works. So in the meantime, I think I have some questions. Let's see. How can I set multiple DE on content selection? Is content selection restricted to images? Yes, content selection as of now, the feature available is only for images. Maybe in some future releases, they might focus on some text as well. As now we have this Einstein GPT, everything in place. Maybe in future releases, we can look forward for content selection and content testing for different type of content as well. And how can I set multiple DE on content selection? It is like when you are performing for one particular setting or one particular section, if you want to test or if you want to see the performance for that, it is better to choose only one data extension So if you want to create a multiple, you can go with creating a multiple asset class, and you can just configure a different number of as many number of asset classes you want, and you can sync those asset classes, and the configuration, whatever we saw just now, everything remains the same. You can add those, and you can compare those with the previous one, like that you can do. But for one particular configuration, only one, you need to choose only one data extension, because it will not combine. Say prior to the implementation itself, you need to add all the profile details, consumer profile details in one particular data extension itself, and you can make use of it. Hope I cleared your question. If not, you can again post it in the chat. Then content test, as of now, we created this test webinar. So if I select test webinar, it will show me the basic setting, whatever we like the name and description, what we gave, and the images that we hosted, and the options that was given. All these things will be available here. And once I click on done editing, that will be visible here. And again, when I test it, when I send a preview, check a preview, and also when we send it out to customers, based on the subscriber, it will be like randomly given to them. And also when you are like some particular option, if you have given in like some particular criteria is not available here. So it is just to check how many people would open this particular image, how many of them will be interested in this image, and how many of them will click that image, because we are seeing click-through rate metrics here. So that is where this plays a major role. That is, content testing will play a major role. So randomly, this images will be sent to subscribers, and you can see results, live results here. You can click on the name of that test, and you can see like how many images are in the test and how many selections. So that is the selection, content selection, and clicks, how many clicks happened on that, and average click to open rate. So like, as this is a test account, it is showing some random details, but it is not the actual case in the real time. And the one what I chosen, oh, sorry, I've chosen a wrong one. This was the earlier old, this is not the right, what to say, right test. Okay, let us see the right test webinar. Because we haven't sent that yet. So that, yeah, so this is right. So we haven't sent that particular email to anyone. So here it is not showing any metrics. And also the details will be the basic details, whatever we gave. So if we have already sent that email to someone, at that time it will show metrics in this fashion, like images in the test, selections, clicks, all these details will be available. And we'll also have like a graph here, line graph, wherein it will show like from what time to what time there was some content unique clicks happened, and also like content selections which was selected. All these things will show here, and also the images that was used for this particular testing will also be shown here, and which has the highest open rate will be shown here. And for the remaining members, as this has the highest open rate, the remaining members will receive the same image. And maybe for future also, based on this, you will get a prediction to use this image wherever needed, like a content strategy. So that is on content testing. So I'll quickly check if I left something in this slide. And you can manually stop, you can stop a manual or automated content test at any time. And the image here is nothing but this multi-armed bandit algorithm. This is how it would work. And yeah, that is on content testing. Where is section available for A/B testing? So the manual testing, the other term used for manual testing is A/B testing. So in in general, we use A/B testing for emails for to check subject line, content blocks, and all. So that is like a traditional method what we do. And when we are testing this images, instead of the name itself is manual test. So in the background, the functioning is mainly like how we see A/B test. Similar to that, the functioning will happen in manual test as well. So that is ABN test, like the other name for manual test. Okay, next is Einstein messaging insights. So Einstein messaging insights, I don't have much details in the platform here. Like this is a testing one. And it is not a good practice to activate all the features in the testing environment as well. And also you are not supposed to use global data, all those things, like a best practice, because whatever data you have in this testing account, that will be part of the global data. And that will also show some, say, if you are just for testing purpose, if you have created some random email and some random set of subscribers, and you have generated some performance in this testing tool, that will be showing some increase in performance in the global data. So it is better not to use it. So those of you who doesn't know what is global data, you have that option in Einstein setup where you can go and opt for global data, and most of the features should have some prior engagement data, based on which you will get to access more performance related functioning for that particular feature. Say if I am using some Einstein scoring, or if I am using some Einstein frequency related features, at that time you need some 90 days of data, engagement data, to actually predict how you need to further use that result. So it is not actually recommended to have testing environment for Einstein. So that is why I'm like not activated much here, and I have not used it for any other purpose. So Einstein messaging insights will give an alert to you to show you some changes in the platform, changes in some of the journey emails, or like some of the email sends. It will show you those alerts. Say this particular email got high open rate, or high click rate, or low open rate, low click rate, unsubscribe rate. All these things will be displayed as an alert or a notification to you, based on which you can take further action. And it is available in all like all of these editions, professional, corporate, and enterprise. And we usually use the term anomaly. Anomaly is something different from expected. So if you are expecting some value, and if it is not matching with the expected value, and if it is more or less, then that will be nothing but anomaly. There is some change happening, so that is anomaly. So this particular feature will help us to detect anomaly, and it will also provide alerts in the notification center. I'll show you that in when we have a demo. Then it will also help us to proactively respond to the changes. So because as and when there is a change in one particular email or journey, you'll as soon as there is some change, you'll get a notification. You can take action as soon as you see that. So wherever you are in the platform, if you are working on some email build, or if you are working on some data setup, whatever work you are doing, you will get a pop-up there saying that this is what happened. And also you'll get to know what journey or what email had that particular problem, or it can be in a positive way or in a negative way. Insights that relate to sense or journey within a business unit are visible to all users in the business unit. So here we cannot restrict it. So if you want to restrict that visibility only to some certain roles in your business unit, that is not possible. It will be available to all the users. Once you activate it, it is available for all of them. And if you get an anomaly that a specific message had high or low engagement, determine the top contributing factor and make adjustment for future communications. Next, this is how the messaging insight work. Here also it is like it will analyze past 90 days of engagement data. Sorry, I'm using the wrong one. Okay. Okay, analyzes past 90 days of engagement data. Batch and single send journeys are compared against similar sends, and journey sends and automations are compared against past fulfillments of the same activity. So here you'll get to know each and every activity and its performance. So you'll get to know the changes or the anomalies that happened with the previous day data or the previous anomaly data. If there is some increase in 10% or some decrease in 10% of data, you will get to know those details. And it analyzes 90 days of engagement data. And the algorithm involved in this Einstein messaging insight is logistic regression. So again, if you are aware of this logistic regression, then well and good. So that is what the data science that is used behind this particular feature. And the anomalies are detected or observed values is like standard deviation 2 from expected value. So this is what. So I have some expected value here set as some maximum range, and have some low impact and also high impact happening for that particular range. So this is like a diagram for this algorithm. The standard deviation. And apart from these standard deviation, we also have a logistic regression. We also have causal analysis technique, which is one of the algorithm used to detect this messaging insight, and you'll get this notifications. All this thing is because of mainly three algorithms. So this is like a time-based one, time analysis, and another one is causal analysis technique, and another one is logistic regression, because of which you will get to know the results. And it will give you the details for like 14 days. The next 14 days, what will happen, like that, it will give you the details. It's worth noting that automations are only evaluated like journeys if they have a constant regular pattern. Specifically, if there is an automation that has been like triggered 4 or more times in past 7 days, automation with greater scheduled frequencies, and intermittent automation or file drop automation, this can be analyzed as batch sends. So now, like a logistic regression is like a statistical method used to determine the probability of the existence of a certain class or event. And R square, I have mentioned R square measure is used to represent the proportion of variant. It is a statistical measure as well, like how well the regression prediction approximate the real data points in regression model. Einstein uses this to represent the proportion of variance for the insight that caused by the independent variables, which are underlying factors. Like it will take up to 5 potential causes of anomaly, and it is surfaced. Einstein messaging insights, like now causalities are not determined in case of multi-step journeys and automation. They are only determined for batch sends, and that's because it's only for batch sends. And Einstein runs regression analysis on a daily basis to build association for the variable, but journeys are evaluated differently as they are based on a statistical analysis. So based on some rolling average time, what you said, it is reported on that. So we have some factors that is dependent, that is inclusive for messaging insights, and some of the factors which is exclusive, and some constraints here which needs to be taken care. So now let's jump into the platform and see how this works. So I'll just have an activate button here, whether I mean to activate or deactivate. So it will take like 72 hours to activate based on the data what you have. And like this is just a testing one, so it will not have more data, and the maximum number of days it will take us like 3 days, 72. The total number of hours it will take us 72 hours. And I'll navigate to Einstein menu and I'll click on Einstein Messaging Insights directly, or if not, you can also click on this particular section. This icon, what we see here, this is nothing but Einstein Messaging Insight, and it is also called as badge on the header. So here, when there is an anomaly, you'll get a notification saying that what was the change that had taken place. And based on that, you can click on those changes, and the relevant section or relevant performance details will be opened up in this particular section. On the left-hand side, you can search, or you can make you can search this list by name. You can make some searching here, and also if you want to reorder all the messaging insights, you can do it. Or if you want to filter something based on some metrics, say you want to check only a unsubscribe rate, at that time you can filter. You'll get some metrics here. As of now, that is not available, but I'll show you with an image. So like this is the image grabbed from online. So here we have something like unsubscribe rate anomaly, click rate anomaly, open rate anomaly, all these things. So like for different emails or different journeys, this was generated. So based on that, you can select it in under filter section. You can select whichever is needed for your purpose. And if I click on that particular section which I need, that will be opened up here. And on your left-hand side, you'll get to see all these other messaging insights as well. And also, if you want to filter it based on some metrics, you can do it so under that filter option which I just showed. And when you click on one particular anomaly, it will bring up this particular dashboard, wherein it will have this journey name or the email name which you are looking into, and the total delivery for that day, and journey's unsubscribe rate for that particular day, and the email activities in the journey, and it will bring us this graph like how that is performing. Here we have 3 different activities in the journey. So it is showing us 3 different lines for different with the different performance. So based on that, you can decide which is performing good, and you can make use of it for your future journeys as well. And here it will give like email name, delivered, how many of them received that email, and unsubscribe rate, change. Like I mentioned, like if there is a change in yesterday's run, in a percentage, it will display like what was the percentage from yesterday. And influence, like the impact, like what was the impact from the previous anomaly from yesterday, what was the impact, like from this particular change happened, like the increase in unsubscribe rate, what was the impact, if it is a good impact or a bad impact. So if it has 5 blue dots, then it says it had a good high impact. With 1 or 2 blue dots, it says it has a very low impact. So that is on messaging insights. Now let's take a look at engagement scoring. Engagement scoring, I think let's take a look at the questions if there is any questions. Where can I see messaging insights on Einstein overview dashboard? I think I just covered that. And is email open considered as open rate or click rate? No, email open is not considered as open rate or click rate. As soon as you open an email, that is just the open. It will be considered as open. Upon total delivery, say there are like you're sending out an email to 100 subscribers, and out of which 100 of them got that email, and that the like delivery percentage is 100%. Whoever you targeted, every one of them received email, so that is 100% delivery rate, and you will use that delivery counts. Like open counts divided by delivery counts into 100. So that is the formula for open rate. Similarly, for click rate, number of clicks divided by total delivered into 100. So that is click rate. So engagement scoring, Einstein engagement scoring predicts consumer engagement with email and push mobile push messaging. So earlier, whatever we discussed, it was only for emails, and now we are looking into mobile push as well. And it uses customer data and machine learning to generate predictive models that assign scores for every contact's likelihood to engage with emails and interact with push notification. So it will just give you a score, like whether that particular person will open an email, or whether he will not open an email, or whether he will stay subscribed for a very long time, or whether he will not at all stay subscribed for next 7 days or next 14 days. That is what it is. This Einstein engagement scoring requires at least 14 days of active subscriber evaluation in each business unit before you can view persona changes in overtime. Okay, so enables to decide what customers do next. So that is what I said, it will predict the future. Then here open, click, stay subscribed, and convert are the features that we can look into, or those are the metrics that we can get from Einstein engagement scoring. And you can also gain audience insights, like what they are thinking and how to improve the performance. You can make like relevant decisions based on that performance analytics, what you see for each and every customer. You can take some decision. And this will provide some actionable data as well. And again, this analyzes 90 days of engagement data and uses 50 plus engagement influencers. All the influencing factors, there are like 50 plus influencing factors, engagement influencing factors that will come into picture. And as soon as you activate this particular feature, you'll get to have two data extension created in data extension folder, that is root folder. Under data extension, you can see that particular data extension automatically created. So you shouldn't make any changes to that data extension. You shouldn't delete it or make any changes to that particular data extension. But if you want to take that audience and use it elsewhere, you can make use of it. You can filter that, or you can just make a copy of it. You can run an SQL query to gather those details into a separate data extension. All those things you can make use of. And each and every subscriber will be categorized into one or the other sections here. Like it is grouped, each and every consumer, there are like 4 groups. In that 4 groups, based on the subscriber past data, past 90 days of engagement, the Einstein will automatically analyze whether they should go into loyalist group, or whether they need to go to window shoppers group, selective subscribers, win back, or dormant. So as you can see, what loyalist is, what window shoppers are, and what selective subscribers are, everything is mentioned here. So it is, you can understand with the sentence directly. Then this model gets updated monthly. So it is trained, that model is trained on a monthly basis. And web conversion prediction requires some manual configuration. Here we can also configure web conversion. And as I mentioned in the metrics section, it is in the benefits section, it is also one of the metrics, like web conversions, based on which you can predict how many of them has like converted in the tool, or in that particular send in the overall all subscriber level. And 1000 data in 90 days is needed. This is like a requirement. So you need to have that 1,000, that is the minimal criteria. You need to have that, like 1,000 cents or similar, like a send details you need to have. And like when I was telling this engagement influencers, it is like both at send and user level. Like it is like a viewing device. For example, what is this influencer means? It is like viewing device, email domain, engagement recency. All these are involved, based on which you'll get to know that actual result or the prediction. So here, like 1,000 events, it can be like sends or historical subscriber engagement data required, and it is like an minimum value. Without that, you cannot proceed further like that. And along with this web conversion prediction, you also need to do audience builder integration. Like it is again a manual configuration. If you want to do audience builder configuration, you can also include it. And like if you wanted to have that audience builder integration, and that is again a separate like addition to your account. So you can contact your account representative for more information, or if you're you can also raise a ticket to get more information. Then as we are discussing about this Einstein engagement scoring, the result of this can be used in Journey Builder, wherein we have one particular activity, Einstein scoring split activity in Journey Builder, which is used to segment customers into logical split paths according to the pre-built Einstein personas. Personas means what we saw just now, like loyalist, win back. Those are the personas. So based on that, you can create some separate paths for each one of them and target them with relevant details or relevant emails, which would interest them. And this Einstein split activity within Journey Builder is help to target help the marketers target specific set of customer with various options. So there are like different type of split available: persona split, web conversion likelihood split, click likelihood split, or subscription retention likelihood split, or open likelihood split. This is nothing but like open split means like are likely to open, and click split is like are likely to open, and subscription is like are likely to stay subscribed, and like purchase. All those things you can take into consideration. And it is for business unit level. Individual scores recalculated daily by business unit, and this is intentional, as some business units are used for sandbox environments. So you only want to score only for business units that are actively sending. So that is what I mentioned earlier. It is not a good practice to activate all the features for testing purpose and in a test environment. And the raw scoring data is updated at individual subscriber level in predictive scores data extension. And this web conversion prediction will require collect a tracking code. So collect tracking code is just like a snippet, and no need to, you are not supposed to make any code or anything. If it will give you all the instructions in a documentation whenever you activate anything related to web conversion. You just need to paste that code snippet in your web so that it would collect those details, and that will be integrated into Marketing Cloud. Based on that, the data gets generated. So it is helpful to monitor the health of your engaged subscriber, and also audience scores will be generated. All this is helpful. And And there are like a few things you need to look into, like this set of subscribers, maybe if there are some loyalists, you cannot you can target them with some special deals or offers. And window shoppers, you can recommend them to recommend to target them with specific campaign as per their liking. Or selective subscriber, target them with some personalized offers. Win back or dormant, you can give them an option to re-engage or option to opt down. These are all the type of emails that your emails or push messages that you can make use of when you are configuring the journey. So that is on split activity and this configuration. So now let's jump into the platform and look how this works. Again, from the Einstein menu, we can go into Einstein engagement scoring. And parallelly, I will also, first I'll show that my Einstein engagement scoring in setup. So you'll again have an activation button, and if you click that activation button, it will be activated within 72 hours. And it is applicable for both email and mobile. So if you have mobile data, you can activate it. And email engagement score threshold. So set the threshold that measure engagement and indicate audience health. Use your organization's engagement KPI average if applicable. So if I click on edit, just to show you like what is available, here you can set some, you'll get to know the global averages for this dormant and win back, window shopper, selective subscriber, loyalist. These are the predicted email engagement and email click likelihood are like least likely, less likely, more likely, and most likely, which we'll see in our journey configuration. And email open likelihood will also have all these details. And similarly, we have subscriber retention, web conversion, everything will have those details. And this is for global average, and this is the recommended one. And local average means this set of threshold is based on the average email performance in this business unit, and the thresholds will update automatically according to the changes of your email data. So it will get updated. As of now, like no data, so it is showing 0. Custom thresholds, you can like set some custom values for this threshold. So if you reach that, that is well and good. Like that, you can set some custom thresholds as well. So this is the dashboard. As soon as we activate it, like after 72 hours, you'll see this dashboard generated. And yeah, like again, here we don't have much details. It is having only one record, and the open prediction, email click prediction, all these things are available here. So starting with predicted email engagement, we'll have how many of them are dormant, how many of them are window shoppers, selected subscriber, loyalist with a score for them. And we can also have time comparison. As of now, we don't have much details here. So if not, you'll have some graphical representation for a time period with some filters set for time. You can, based on that, you can select the range. Then subscriber retention prediction is like how long they stay subscribed. For next 7 days. This prediction is for next 7 days. It is comparative to the last run. So this is the first run happened. So it doesn't have any prior data here. And usually it should be either good or excellent. So actually it should be excellent, but good is also acceptable. But when there is a poor or fair audience health, you need to take care, you need to look into it, what is going wrong, and you need to make necessary changes. And email open prediction, again, here you need to check for the audience health and also how many of them will open or open rate in next 7 days. And this is also click rate in next 7 days. Same thing here as well. And the confidence level, if you are looking into it, is like 0.5 will be the minimum and 1 is maximum value. And web conversion, as I told, there is no web conversion or conversion tracking in place. So it is not showing any data. And it will generate a data extension in root folder, which I told. You can either navigate to Email Studio subscribers, or from Contact Builder, you can directly enter into data extension. So Einstein MC predictive scores. This is the data extension for email. And as mobile is not activated, that data extension is not generated. And here is the list of fields available. And these are all like automatically created. And you don't have an option to edit or make any changes, as this will be linked and it has a data relationship in Contact Builder. You cannot make changes here. And also it is not a good practice to make any changes in this data extension. Instead of that, you can filter it out or make a copy of it and generate a new data extension. And I'll be not showing the record section. I have my email address there, so I'll not show it, but instead I'll open up Excel file. I have exported the same data here, and that is what you can see here. And the details for each and every field is available, like email address, email click likelihood. Give me a second. Email click likelihood, email click score, open likelihood, email open score, subscriber likelihood, subscriber score. All these details are available. Based on your need, you can filter these subscribers, and we can also differentiate based on this email engagement persona, loyalist, win back. All this will be available here. I think we are crossing time limit. But have one more topic to cover, like that is a bonus topic, which is not part of this session, but it is not available in the future session as well. So I'm covering it for today. This is it. And I'll quickly show you in Journey Builder how this works. Can I use Instagram? Yeah, you can, like, as I mentioned, Dheeraj has a question, like, can I use Einstein MC predictive scores and MC mobile push score DE for creating a new DE using joins? Yeah, you can, based on your business need, if you want to make use of that with any other data extension, you can definitely go ahead and make use of it. So for now, I'll just use data extension. And here under flow control, we'll be having this scoring split, which you can drag and drop here. And when I click on scoring split, I will get all those personas, like the likelihood values. Based on that, based on your need, you can select one and target those subscribers with the number of emails what you would like to send, and number of emails, like number of touch points, and also like the relevant emails what we discussed in our previous like slide. That is, if it is a loyalist, you can target them with some special deals and offers. Like that, you can target each and every subscriber. So open likelihood, click likelihood, unsubscribe, web conversion, all these things. And here you can also select the channel, either email or mobile. And persona, you can just select it. And if you click on next, it will show you loyalist, selective subscriber, window shoppers, and win back dormant, so that you can add path for each of them. If not, you can, if you are choosing only open likelihood, click likelihood, all these things, even that is possible. You can just click on unsubscribe likelihood, and for them it is like most likely, more likely, less likely, least likely. Based on that, you can send out an email to them, or you can configure an particular journey and send out an email to them. Last one is Last one we have is this Einstein content tagging. So Einstein content tagging is an like a automated image tagging to identify and organize assets. And Einstein tags like existing JPG, JPEG, and PNG files that are 10 MB or less. It adds up to 25 tags per image. And again, it is available in all these editions. Like you can select from one or over 100 languages to use when automatically tagging images. You can either tag on your own, like a custom tagging, or Einstein will automatically generate tagging for the images. And based on that, you can filter or you can select only which is needed, which this is very much useful for organizing the assets, that is organizing the images in one place. As soon as you give that tags in your search, you'll get to see all the images related to that tags. And prefixes can be added to manually added tags to distinguish between manually added and auto-generated Einstein tags. And it is like good to have this tagging for all the images, or only within the Einstein content tagging folder. Even for that option, you can choose only those images within the tagging folder. And it is best to define tag prefix, what I told earlier, and set confidence level from 0.5 to 1. So 0.5 is the low confidence level, 1 is the high confidence level. And this uses Google Vision API. So to recognize those tagging automatically, Einstein uses Google Vision API. And the algorithm used here is image recognition, and identifies well-known or prominent objects in the image. So that is the work of that image recognition algorithm. So I've used one image here. This is a very famous 100-year-old bridge in India. Like, I don't know how many of you are aware of it. It is Pamban Bridge in Rameshwaram. So here, as you can see, as someone who doesn't know what it is or what this actual image is, they'll get to know, okay, there is a train, there is a bridge. So based on that, it will generate tags. Say there is a sky, there is some water, or there is some ocean. All these things will be automatically generated as a tag. And when you are uploading a similar type of image again, at that time, it will be again putting some random tagging, like an automated tagging. And you can also give some customized tags and keep it for your purpose. Maybe you want to make use of this image in a later email send, but you don't know what that image name is. But at that time, this tags will be very helpful, and use a higher confidence level to improve the accuracy of the tags applied to your images. Lower confidence level to broaden the scope of tags included. Vision analyzes the pixel and patterns of your image and searches its extensive repository for matching patterns in previously tagged images. So how that Google Vision will work, that is what it's mentioned here. So content tagging, I think we saw content under Einstein content selection also, we saw content tagging. Now we'll just directly move into Einstein content tagging. Here, like, you can activate it, and then you can configure all these sections, like configure Einstein content tagging settings, Einstein content tagging location, and that can be changed. All images in content builder or all images in Einstein content tagging folder. The folder will be created in content builder. You can move or upload images to that folder. And the language, like there are like 100 language available in this list. You can choose based on that, and turn on Einstein content tagging. So here it is just like an button on or off. So it is toggle button. So you can just make use of this on and off. And when you are deleting a tag, it is the step would be like to off this one and then go and delete that tag. And I think there is a standard prefix for this, like MC ECT, if I'm not wrong. So MC ECT is the standard prefix given by Einstein for all the images by default. And also in email, whenever you're dragging or whenever you're creating and dropping an image into the content builder or image studio, at that time you'll have that option to see tags. So if you have any doubts, you can ask now, and we are at the end of the session. So here tags will be added automatically as soon as you add any images. So as of now, we have chosen that images to be part of this MCECT folder. So for that reason, it is not automatically tagging all the images. So if we choose that other option, all images in content builder, it will check for the size of the image. Like I've mentioned 10 MB or less. So based on that, it will tag all the images. And if you are uploading any new images, it will take 24 hours to tag those new images. And yeah, that is one more constraint here. And the resource, like yesterday, I think Lakshmi had asked for me for the resource for like Trailhead and trail mixes. But this is a very good resource which has all the details from help documentation to Trailhead. Everything is in one place. So you can make use of this resource to understand what Einstein and how it is working in Marketing Cloud. So any doubts? Okay, I'll open that link and I'll just I'll show you that resource, and later on we'll wind up this session. Okay, Dheeraj has a question, like he wanted to see asset classes. So this is the resource which has each and every detail explanation on each and every section. And if you go through this, you will understand Einstein in a better way. So as soon as you upload an image or a file here, it will show you like let me bring some images from Content Builder for now. It's taking some long time to load. Let me drop image quickly. And one more thing is this profile upload schema. I think this will come under selection, content selection. If you want to modify any particular subscriber details profile, then you can add this JSON file in this format. This is the standard schema for it. So you can make this, make changes relevant to your attribute, and you can upload it. It is in setup section. So. So asset name is some text name or with something like what I have given, like _01, like that you can give, but it is best to use text, the complete name and text asset name. And the asset class is like a generalized term. You can add as many multiple classes here, but when you're testing, when you're testing for any particular thing, say for products, there is a product launch. There are some set of product launch. For that, if you use product launch as an asset class and give an asset name like product one, or there is some there is some candies. There are some the product list is like it is having some candies. So at that time you can give some sugar candy, milk candy, like that. You can give different name for the asset, whereas the asset class is like a generalized name, like a product launch or something like that. So if you know CSS class, how you actually give declare a CSS class, like that, that is like a container within which you will be adding multiple set of multiple images into it. So I'm actually I wanted to show you that. So here we saw this file earlier as well. So as there is a doubt on this particular section, I just brought this again. So unique identifier for the asset and value is required, like this Ike_Xeon, and asset class, the asset class that the asset belongs to value is required. So here it is not showing that unique value is required. So you can make use of the same class again and again, whereas the name should be unique. And when you're testing, it is better to use same asset class for different images and not confuse with multiple asset classes together. So when you're testing for only banner images, you can test only banner images at a time. Or when you're testing for hero images, you can do it. Or when, say, for example, there is some event going on and you wanted to promote that event in your email. At that time, if you give asset class as some event, say there is an event in London. So event in London is the asset class name. So based on that class, you can see like how many of those images are performing better and how many of them are not performing better. Like that, you can decide. Yeah, it is just like a collection of all the images or all similar types of images together. So any other doubts? So thank you everyone for making time and joining this session. So your recording will be available on the YouTube channel.
Yeah. Yeah. Can I stop the recording, Aishwarya?
Yeah, you can stop recording.